Okay, you guys, so today for this DIY we're going to use Crayola and the other brand of crayons. We're going to use extra virgin coconut oil, petroleum jelly, which is Vaseline, which is used for chapsticks. You can find that at your local 99-cent store. You could buy that at Walmart for a actual brand. I decided to buy a store brand for myself. And I went ahead and bought 2 little containers, which each container has a 6-pack, one for each brand of the crayons. One was for the Crayola and the other one was a Cra-Z-Art. And both of the crayons are toxic free. I thought these boxes were super cute. A spoon, and you will also be needing half of a teaspoon, and I'll tell you why. There's 2 reasons for that. You could use a 1 teaspoon, but I decided to use half a teaspoon because it makes your job way easier. And we will need something to drop your stuff in. I decided to use this old little plastic, which is for cooking, and a glass little container. And also you'll be needing a medium-sized pan with about 1 inch full of water, and you will be bringing that to a boil. And just make sure it's not too full, because when you place the glass, it makes it rise a little more. So you're gonna grab your half teaspoon, and make sure it's teaspoon and not tablespoon. You don't want this to be super like greasy. You're gonna add 2 teaspoons of Vaseline. Now there's a trick to this. If you want this more based as a chapstick, and obviously depending how much you want to make, on the first one I added 2 half teaspoons of the Vaseline, because that makes it way creamier. I'm more of a chapstick person instead of a lipstick person, so this is pretty much making a tinted lip gloss instead of a hard lipstick. Having a hard time taking that off. It's sticky. Trying not to make as much of a mess. And next I will add 2 half teaspoons of the coconut oil. Just try to wipe my little half teaspoon out. Okay, so there is 1 scoop, and I will be adding another scoop to that. Depending how creamy you want it is how much coconut oil and Vaseline you should add. And in my opinion, I tried a lot of different methods to add this, and I think you should add, in my opinion, as of how I tried it, exactly same product of the coconut oil as the Vaseline. It makes a hell of a difference. Makes it more creamier, not as rough. I watched a lot of videos on YouTube, and none of them thoroughly explained. This is why I tried to make this video for you guys. Now I'm grabbing the Crayola crayons, and I'm choosing a color that is a little harsh in color, and I decided to go with sort of like a mandarin orange color. I thought this color is really nice, and instead of going with the typical red or a green or a blue, nobody had done this color before, well, as of I've seen in YouTube videos. And we're going to go ahead and add the entire crayon. Now if your containers are super small, you should start with half of the crayon, but that is like, I'll be showing you the example in the other half with the other brand. And just a little tip, if you prefer more of a lipstick than a chapstick or tinted chapstick, place just 1/2 of a teaspoon of the Vaseline and 1/2 of the teaspoon of the coconut oil, but the entire crayon. I did not demonstrate all 3 methods. I only demonstrated 2 methods because I feel it is pointless. You guys get the point, but this is taking longer than I expected to peel a crayon. And I would cut it in a lot of pieces just because it makes it faster to melt. It's like when you're melting butter, you know, I prefer cutting it in several pieces, and it melts it way faster. Okay, so putting the product inside. And that's what that looks like. It looks like nasty right now. Like, I would not put that on my lips. But coconut oil is super healthy for yourself, for the hair, body, and Vaseline is hydrating as well. So go ahead and place that in the pot, to the boiling pot. You see how it's like about 1 inch, and you need the spoon so you can constantly be mixing it. So it's gonna take about a minute to mix, and everything melts completely. It doesn't take too long. Just don't leave it alone for a long time. And I actually did not walk away from this until it was completely melted. Just keep mixing and mixing and mixing, and it would all look better in a little bit, trust me. Okay, so everything is all mixed. It looks way different now, and it looks a little bit reddish, but it's not. It's a really lovely orange, and I tried that on my lips, and it's not exaggerated. And now we're going to go ahead and take that off of the pot, and instead of grabbing my spoon again, I just grabbed my little plastic thing to pour, I guess, and open one of my little boxes, and I'm going to go ahead and place that. Sorry about my nasty, ugly old gloves. I cook and bake a lot, so they are a little old, but this is my favorite and I haven't wanted to get rid of it. So just go ahead and place the product that fits into your little container. I went with the 6-pack together just because you can place you can make other lippy colors, chapstick little colors, or lipsticks on here, and just carry those in your purse, because as you can see, it fits in my hand. It's super small, not bulking, instead of carrying 6 little lipsticks, and it looks really lovely. And now I'm going to go ahead and do this same procedure with the coconut oil. Instead of adding 2½ teaspoons, I will only be adding 1. And that is because my container is really small. In case you don't want to make a lot of the product, make half of it and try it out if you like it. And if not, you can go ahead and add either more crayon to it to make it more lipstick wise. I'm going to add half of the Vaseline as well. I added just 1/2 teaspoon as well on that. Oh, pardon me, I'm so sick. Okay, so like I said, explained before, instead of adding 2 of each, I added 1/2 teaspoon of the Vaseline and 1/2 teaspoon of the coconut oil. I did add half of the crayon because I like the consistency of a tinted chapstick, sort of more than a lipstick, because when you're a mom on the go, that's what you want. So these are the Cra-Z-Art. Everybody does it with Crayola. I wanted to go ahead and try different because these are way cheaper than the other ones, and I wanted to see why everybody was trying the Crayola, if there was a difference in the crayons. These are non-toxic as well, and I went ahead and tried a nice little purpley color. I feel that is really pretty. And if you want more of a lipstick, add the whole crayon and still half a teaspoon of each oil and Vaseline. So just go ahead and peel the crayon. Same procedure as the last one, but the difference is first you're going to break this in half before you start cutting it into pieces, and then you'll break your half part into several pieces. As I'm about to show you, choose your half. And there you go. It's way less product. Okay, and just mix, wait for it to melt. And it is all melted now. Okay, now that the crayon is all melted, all the product, we went ahead and cleaned our little plastic and grabbed the other little 6-pack container, and I'm actually being very careful and transferring this, and obviously you don't waste more product. I seem to use almost all of it with only half of a crayon. After I finished doing this section, I actually went ahead and cooled them in the refrigerator, both of them together, and it only took about 2 minutes to cool down, and not the freezer, refrigerator. And this is the finished piece of it. You can see now the colors have set in, and it's an orange, lilac, purple, and it doesn't spill out because it's already solid, and it seems like a little lip balm. It has pigmentation, great pigmentation. It's just super creamy because, like I said, I chose like a lip tinted chapstick instead of the lipstick, but add just double the crayon, like I said prior, if you want more pigmented. It's super creamy. Since I made these, I haven't stopped using them, and I actually made more colors to fill up my little container, one with the Cra-Z-Art and the other one with the Crayola. And I noticed that the Cra-Z-Art is more sheer color. It's just a very sheer color with a lot of more gloss to it, because the crayons were a little bit more oily when you would color in a normal paper, and Crayola seems to be a little bit more thick. So if you want a tinted chapstick, I would obviously recommend Cra-Z-Art.